Okay, done.
Hi, Noel.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for
I'm good.
joining.
Yeah, I'm good, Noel.
Praise God. Praise God. And let me just make sure you can see my share screen. Can all of you see my share screen?
Yep, can see.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for making your Netflix hour available to us to learn a little bit about Copilot, the Microsoft AI generative AI tool. All right. And I'm just going to take you down the path of a quick update, right, on how things are going and so forth. But I'm going to leave the heavy lifting to the rest of the team, like people like Ridwan, even Amar, who's going to share a little bit. Okay, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Noel, all right, and I'm going to take you through the update. This is the first of two sessions that we are doing this month, all right? We typically do this at 8:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night. Right, so today, the May the 6th, and in a couple of weeks, we have on the 20th, we have this same session, but we will obviously have fresh new content for you. For those of you who were with us last year around this time, some of you knew that Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, was in town. All right, and obviously that was a very momentous period, right, for Malaysia. Microsoft pledged essentially 10.5 billion ringgit to the country over the next 4 years. And of course, we are 1 year into that 4 years, right? And that was something very important that we felt that we can be proud of. Partly because if you compare Malaysia and Indonesia, right, we are a very small country, obviously. Indonesia is like 6 times larger than Malaysia in land area, and it's over 8 times larger than Malaysia in population. But if you look at the investment that Microsoft had for Indonesia versus Malaysia, it's very interesting that Malaysia appears to be more important, at least from the number perspective, right? Just to give you another big milestone where we are at today, right? When I did a Copilot search a few weeks ago on the first cloud for Azure in Malaysia, right, is saying that sometime this quarter, right, there will be a launch for the first Azure region in Malaysia. Essentially, it's a data center that will be ready to be used as part of the Azure data center around the world. Okay, so this is an exciting time. It's also very important that we keep abreast with some of the activities from Microsoft. So there is this Microsoft Build, possibly the largest developer event in the Microsoft calendar from May 19th to the 22nd, right, which is a couple of weeks. And obviously our session on the 20th falls kind of smack right in the middle of that. But for those of us who obviously cannot go, it's fine, right? You can go for the digital version, which is an online version that I think is equally good, right? Considering we don't have to travel the long hours, and yet we have a chance to learn about some of the latest Microsoft technology, not limited to just the developers, right? But also anyone who is interested in Microsoft technology, especially around AI. And one of the things that I've seen happen, right, from this is from the Business Harvard Review or the Harvard Business Review, is some changes, if you want, from the perspective of how they see AI will be used, right? Especially around like a new use case, organizing my life, finding purpose, and even, of course, what many of us already know, it enhances our learning. But what is also very interesting is some of these other areas like generating ideas, fun and nonsense. If you want, this session is a bit of fun, all right, and hopefully a bit of serious stuff that you can pick up. But I like the creativity and even the healthier living parts. All right, I'm finding AI being a very good personal assistant to guide me on that front. Right. Now, those of you who don't know, AI has made it to WhatsApp. All right, you can add Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT as WhatsApp contacts, or rather, you add them as contacts in your phone, and they will show up in your WhatsApp. All right, so let me show you quickly how that is done, and then after that, I'll pass you to Ridwan. It's a US number, obviously. All right, a +1 number, 877-224-1042. So if you add this number into your contact on your phone, right, you will find it pop up on WhatsApp, and you can start WhatsApping it. And I'll show you how I'm using it at this point in time. Similarly, with ChatGPT, you can add ChatGPT as your contact as well. 1-800-242-8478. So both of these numbers are US-based numbers. So how do I know that for a fact? When I use this particular website called the countrycode.org, right, I'm able to tell +60 is Malaysia, obviously, and what is +1? Okay, +1 is US, right? For those of you who don't know, and this is an important thing when we are adding context to our phones. We need to make sure that they are absolutely correct. Otherwise, you could accidentally add a scammer possibly into your contact. That would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to add them into the chat window. But what I want to do next is spend a couple of minutes just to show you Copilot in my WhatsApp. Okay, so this is my WhatsApp. All right, and as you can see, I've been doing quite a bit of WhatsApping Copilot for information. Not so long ago, someone sent this particular picture into one of the WhatsApp group. Right, unknown to the person, this is probably not real, at least not entirely. Often the news that is shared is partially true, partially false. The hospital may be real, but then the news is not, and so on. So I actually asked, I asked Copilot if this is real. So I said, is this fake? As you can see, that was my prompt, right? Short and simple. And then it says file received, reasoning may take a few seconds. It says the claim in the image about the world's first AI-powered hospital, Agent Hospital, developed by Tsinghua University in Beijing, appears to be false. There is no credible evidence or verifiable news reports supporting this announcement. It seems to be another example of misinformation circulating online. If you would like, I can help you find trustworthy information about AI advancement in healthcare or similar topic. Okay, so I even asked it to give me some web references and so on, just to give you a very quick taste of what you can do, right? And also just so that you don't waste time, if you try to upload a video like I did today, it says, I don't understand this kind of message. So you can't upload a video, right, and ask it to decipher the information from it and so forth. Okay. All right. So that's my bit. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop it into the chat window, or you want to unmute and ask, please, you're welcome to.
Thank you. Thank you, Noel.
Welcome.
So, yep. So we will continue with our sharing. So Noel just did a little bit of introduction on what was last year and now, and some of the features of Copilot that you can actually straight away from WhatsApp you can actually try and use. Right, it's not difficult nowadays, right, to use Copilot. You can even install the apps. So for today, right, I will just jump into on how you can actually improve yourself in AI, right? So Microsoft did actually launch this AI skill set, right? So let me just share my screen, show you. So if you are interested in learning about AI, even your kids, right? You can actually go to this website. I will share this later on in the chat. So they have this 50 days of AI discovery and learning, and including all the demo hands-on. So they have like a really low level introductions of learning, and you can actually go into even become really like AI skill set related to data engineer, or even in other area of aspect as well. So they did actually send this, right? They did actually share this. Let me just open up here. So Microsoft AI skill set. So let me just share this later on. So you will have a learning process of guided learning, right? Now you can actually choose any of the areas for you to try, right? Uh, luckily, you can still join and try, even though it started of 8th April, right? So you can still try. So it's a great learning process, a great learning course. I suggest you actually try this. So it will cover in all the aspect of areas, right? So until May 28th, you still have time to actually join in. So now I just want to share a little bit about Copilot, right? So Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I have opened my Microsoft Office.com through my web browser. Let me just make it bigger. So when I just open here, you can see I have some recent documents, and I have some icon in the left, Copilot. I have Create, I have OneDrive, I have Apps, right? I have Word if I want to create a new Word document, right? So we will be testing some of the Copilot features on the Microsoft apps. So before I jump to any of them, I just want to show you in Teams, right? So if you open Microsoft Teams, right, over here, you can just go to apps, you open Microsoft Teams, and then you will actually go to this particular screen. Let me just go to check. So once you open your Microsoft Teams, you will see this particular screen, right? Now, so at the left side, you have a lot of recent chat, and then teams that you are part of and channels, right? So you can see over here agents, right? So these are some of the agents that created and available for you, right? So the one that I want to show is this particular icon, apps. If you go to apps, actually Teams itself has their own app store, right? So they a lot of provider or publish a lot of apps. So basically, when you install, the apps will be appearing in the left side here as a part of Teams, right? Microsoft Teams. So you don't have to install another apps into your computer. So what I want to show is this one. You can see now you have agents, you have AI powered apps, right? Right. So you can actually install any of the AI powered apps, right? Now you don't need a Copilot license, so you can actually install any of the apps. Bear in mind that they will have the access to your data, so certain company don't allow it, so they will just block this app. The one that I want to show is this one. So you just go to the search bar, and then you can just search agents, right? Right. So if you search agents, right, you can see, for example, sorry, you can see, search coach. Right? Okay, you can see, right, a lot of apps that is belongs to Microsoft, is created by Microsoft. So these particular apps are actually the agents that Microsoft created, right? But these agents are using AI, right? So, for example, I want to learn about prompt, how I want to improvise my technique in prompting, right? So you can actually install this prompt coach. I just click prompt coach and I click add. So okay, so you will have this, right? So for example, if I go to idea, I click add, right? You will have this kind of error. So another way for you to use, you can actually just go to this particular area. Let me just go to chat. Then I will just over here. I can go to Copilot. Over here, I can just get again. Pilot. Just select agent. Right. So and then I can actually choose some of the agents just now, right? So I have here prompt coach, I have meeting coach, I have learning coach, right? So you can actually add from there if your admins allows it, but in our case we don't them. But you can actually use any of the agents that is available. So I just want to talk about prompt coach because Amma will cover what is agents and those things. So let's say I just want to use, I install this prompt coach. On the left side, you have the capability to actually learn, right? So can you teach me about how to prompt, right? Okay. So basically, it will actually, yep. So let's say I decided to create this agent, right? So agent is just an app, but it will be more focused to a certain context. Okay. So once you have this, right, so you can just go to this particular agent. So I have prompt coach over here, and then I can, for example, even fix my prompt. So how can I fix prompt to get the expected output? So yeah, so you can actually, I want to generate a picture, but Copilot won't do it for me. So yeah, to help you fix your prompt, I need exactly the prompt. Okay, please generate Petro Petronas Twin Tower, right? Yeah. Okay. Picture of Petronas Twin Tower. Okay, let's assume that. For this form coach, right? So it will actually give you. Unfortunately, Copilot does not have the capability to. Yeah. So this is some of I the way that it actually gives you why it cannot generate. So you have to go here, or maybe you can actually go to image generation tool like DALI or Midjourney to actually do that. So this is one of the way that is actually teach you. Right? So this prompt coach able to even evaluate your prompt compliance, right, related to AI guidelines, analyze the prompt. So it also can give you some good example prompt related to certain contexts, right? Now, so it will ask you what actually you are looking for, right? So this is a prompt coach. You can actually install it. Right? Just go to the app and actually search for coach, and then you can just install it, right? So coming back to the app just now, let's say I just want to open a Word, right? So let's say I just open a blank document. So if I open a blank document and I want to use Copilot to generate some contents, so now you can see, right? Okay, wait for a while. Probably let me just check if Since it's not there.
AI solution will work with you.
Ridwan,
Yep.
I managed to create the picture in WhatsApp using Copilot.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I
Let me
pasted
just.
it into the chat if anyone's interested to see. Not bad, you know? Very good picture too.
Wow, this is nice. Oh, but there's another building just beside the right side. Almost the same.
That's maybe
All
up.
like Let me just check this license. Probably no license assigned. Yeah, I think so. Let me just see again. I think. Wait.
Ridwan, do you want to use my login?
It's okay. I can just assign this license. No problem. Yeah. Problem. Yeah, we need to assign this license. Okay, done. So let me just go back here and then I go in again. So if I go from the blank document just now, so wait for it to refresh. Give me some time. Yeah, I think. Hmm. Let me just try from here. Yep. So here, summarize. And the me summarize. Oops, should be able to do that. Okay, let's try. Mhm. Not yet. It's okay. I think the license will take some time to actually reflect into my account because it was assigned to another user. But it's okay. Let me just check. Okay. No problem. Okay, never mind. I can actually even demo other things as well. No problem. So one of the things that you can actually do with Copilot, right, in Microsoft Teams, right? So in Microsoft Teams, you will have this Copilot icon, right? So with this Copilot icon actually connected to your tenant, right? So you can actually even list down what are the documents that is being edited by all your colleagues if you have the if you have the permissions, right? You can even generate other content as well, right? So you can actually add some contents even from your computer to actually help to generate some of the AI content, right? You can even view some prompt, right? For example, you can just click over here. For example, you want to actually view some prompt related to you want to learn or even you want to create. or you can even actually anything. For example, even you want to generate some codes, even some other things related to want to prepare or even analyze, right? So you have a bunch of prompt gallery, right? So you can actually even use any of them, or you can actually go to see all prompt, right? So you can go to this site. So you have all the prompts are listed over here. So you have all the library, then you can actually use it. For example, draft a plan, right? So you can actually draft a plan related to any areas, right? So you even give you some ideas of which apps that you can actually use this prompt. And for example, create this technology presentations, right? Obviously, using PowerPoint. So it also give you some idea of certain prompts that you can actually try. Right? If you go back here, so let's say you want to this one, right? So okay, how to improve it? So yep. So you can just put a text over here. Let's see, I just want to copy this particular paragraph. I go over here and then I just paste it over here. So and then it will actually help you to do that. Right. So based on this view prompt gallery, if you don't have any idea, then you can actually start. For example, you can even translate. Right. Okay, translate. Okay, this. Right. So you can actually translate the language. Let's say I want to translate in Malay. From Malaysia, right? Let's see if we can do that. Yeah, so you can actually do that. Right now. So this prompt gallery will actually help you to to get information exactly what you want, rather than you trying to create your own prompt, right? Even you want to have some informations about some industry, right? You can actually even use the prompt to do that, right? So let me see if this particular license is already assigned to me or not. Right? Let's try. Hopefully, no, I don't think it is assigned to me. Yeah. So okay. Let's try another app. So let's see if I go to PowerPoint. Okay, fine. Will it come up? Yeah, thank God. So if you have the Copilot license, right? Even for home and personal use, now they make it available for free, but with certain limited amount of prompt that you can actually enter. So one thing that you notice, you will have this icon, right? So you can actually create a presentations, right? You just key in the exact details of these presentations, right? So they have a new view interface now, right? So you can type until even 2000, right? So 2000 characters. So you have a lot of stories that you can actually uh, tell Copilot for it to generate for you, right? Or maybe you can just create a presentation with a file. So here I have some files, right? So the business idea, right? So you can just select the files and we click generate. So it will try to understand the contents of the file, and will outline what are the presentation slide will be, right? So it will give you some sections over here. Now it is really nice that you can even move the slides. For example, you want to move the slide this one to this particular sections, you can actually just do that. or you can even delete, you can even add some topics. If you are happy with the content outline, you can just click generate slides and it will start to do that, right? So I believe it is called Canvas, if not mistaken. So Microsoft introduced this Canvas in PowerPoint for you to generate the PowerPoint slides. So you can see over here, it starts to generate everything. Everything is using a web browser. I don't even install the ads, right? So I just keep it. And then you can see the outlines, right? All the slides are generated. So probably let me just put it in the slideshow mode, right? So let me just, yes. So it able to generate based on the documents that I have. Depends on the informations written there. So if you have a different kind of informations, it will try to understand the context and generate some of the pictures and images for you, right? So you can see here, even the styling, they use the modern styling. You can even change any of, you can change, even they have, let's see if you can see the animations, right? If there's any animations, right? Now, so we generated everything, including the animations for you. Let's say you want to change any of the slides, right? You can actually just go to this Copilot. You can even add or extract some of the images from any of the pictures that you have. Even edit some of the contents too, right? So you can actually ask the Copilot to do that. Right. So let's say you have the presentations ready and you passed it over to someone, and someone want to have a quick summary of your presentation, they can just click the summarize this presentation. So it will quickly give you a summary. You don't have to wait for it to generate. Right? So it's really fast now. So and then it will give you some suggestion on how you can improve the summary that is given to you. And it also very detailed. For example, this business idea outline, so it tell you which slide, and then even other area as well. It also give you annotations that saying that this particular information for from which slides, right? So see just now when I click show improve summary, right? So it will give you a new summary, which is much shorter, right? Compared to the previous one, right? So AI able to be in conversation compared to normal search engine, which is a one-way interaction, right? Basically, you type in and then they will give you information. So AI will always be in the context of this particular discussion. So you can see here what are the some proposed business names and their explanations. Also, this is generated by Copilot itself. When you click, it will directly give you the idea of this particular questions, right? Answer of this particular questions. So AI in PowerPoint using Copilot actually helps a lot for you to generate some contents, right? And even make your work much more effective compared to you try to create from scratch. So one of the tagline is you don't have to create the first draft anymore, right? It's not a final document, but first draft, right? So at least you can use the Copilot idea to get started. So this is the Copilot in PowerPoint, right? So we have other Copilot features as well in most of the apps, right? So let me just refresh again. Make sure it signs to Copilot. I have so many accounts, the browser got confused. So you have other apps that has the AI features. One of it is the easiest one that I can show, which is the form, right? Microsoft Form. You also have AI in TeamChamp. TeamChamp is the editor tool. It's actually free. I urge you to try rather than you want to purchase any or download any freeware. TeamChamp is already built in latest Windows version, so you can even download from the Microsoft Store, right? It's a great editing tool. It even suggests you some of the short video to be part of the AI video editing tool, right? So you even have Copilot in Outlook, right? So let's try and see if we can actually try that. So I just, this is the wrong email address. So let me just go into Copilot. Pilot. Yep. So I have here my email with the Copilot. You can see over here, I have the Copilot icon at the right side. I can directly even chat with Copilot, or even I can draft an email, right? I just click draft, it automatically open my email window, and okay, what do you want this email to say? Right? So okay, request for informations, and then maybe request for information from the vendor about my renovations, my house renovations, right? So let's just give a prompt, right? Within few seconds, instantly it generated everything. Dear vendor, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing regarding my house renovations. As you can imagine, right? This is important project. Everything's written for you. So you can even modify this email. You can try to change the tone. You can try to make it like formal, casual, and direct. So if let's say I just click direct, so you will try to make it shorter a bit. I noticed that. So you can even try to even make it much more shorter, right? So hope this finds you well. I'm writing required information regarding my renovation. Could you please provide details on services offer, including this. So probably this is the version that I want, right? So I just click keep, right? So it will actually keep the email, right? So it will also able to actually help you to understand some of the emails that you have, right? So for example, I just open this email, right? So you can see this particular summary by Copilot. I just click this summary by Copilot, will automatically give me a summary of what is this particular email thread about. And this is a really short one. So let's say you have really long email, right? So you can ask the Copilot to help you. And so let's see. Yep. So directly it will give you summary. So this is the Copilot in Outlook, right? One of the recent introduction is schedule with Copilot. If I click schedule with Copilot, right? So it will automatically, generate this agenda meeting, what you want to talk about, and also will actually generate the invite for you that you can actually just click send. Right? So this is one of the new features. I'm still waiting for the schedule to schedule the meeting. This haven't been released. Let's see. Yeah. So there's one feature that will be released where they will look into the calendars of all the colleagues, and will automatically schedule a meeting that everyone can join, right? So that is one of the features that is coming to, right? So okay, in all the apps you can see there's a Copilot icon. So it's the same a concept whereby you can actually chat with Copilot into your own company data. So that is Copilot in Outlook. And finally, before I I I hand it over to Amma, I just want to show in whiteboard, right? If you want to do some brainstorming, you will have a physical whiteboard, exactly that you have in the digital version. Right? For example, I have here, I just create a new whiteboard. So there's a Copilot feature built in, right? So for example, okay, please suggest to me how can I open a coffee shop, right? Right. So I just click the Copilot icon. It will start to create the draft for me, right? So what this particular draft is like a sticky note. So when you in your actual whiteboard, right, you will have a sticky note, or maybe you will just draw something and write anything into the board, right? And so with the digital whiteboard, you with Copilot, you will actually able to shorten your time to generate some ideas, right? So I have 6 ideas here based on my prompt that I want to open a coffee shop. I can even actually generate more. Let's try to generate more so I have enough ideas, right? So I have about 18 now. So I inserted the idea. So one of the problem now is I cannot see the visibility of which area I need to focus. So I will need to drill down. I need to have some granular details of each phases of my business, where I want to focus. So one good things about Copilot, you can actually just create this Copilot again. You can create categorize, right? So it will automatically detect the idea that you generated just now. If you click categorize, it automatically understand all this that you have generated and will put into a category that is easy for you to even understand and take action on. Right now, so automatically based on the one that we generated about 18 ideas, it will put into planning and strategy, locations, staff and training, and marketing. So you can even ask it to regenerate. So it will try to categorize again. And yeah, so probably this is much more better. I think planning, resources, marketing, operations. So you can just keep this. So this how AI can help I have shown you how you can actually create your own draft, your first draft using AI Copilot. You can even ask the Copilot to teach you how to prompt, even like a journey of being expert in prompting. I understand when people are using computer, they just want to type really short, right? But if you put some effort, you can get really great result from the AI itself. So another thing that I've just shown just now is how you can explore AI with your idea, right? Explore your idea using AI. So if you have certain idea, just open whiteboard, Microsoft Whiteboard, and even just do a simple prompt. Say I want to go holiday here and here, and it gives you some list of resources for you to start. And if you are confused, you can ask the Copilot to categorize them into a certain category that you are able to take actions, right? So you can even ask it to summarize. So this will be the final one. So if I can just click summary, summarize this. and then it will generate a summary of what are the themes and planning research for this particular idea that I generated, right? I want to open a coffee shop. So that's all for me. Sorry for the technical glitch just now. Probably because there's other people using the license as well. So this is some of the features of AI. When you integrate it with the Microsoft ecosystem, you can actually do a lot of great things. So I pass it over to Amma to continue. See you there. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Can someone confirm me? Can you see me?
Yes, yes.
This group, right? Hi everyone, good evening. I know it's very late for you. It's already 9, right? So I'm Amarnath, connecting you guys from India, Bangalore location, and just wanted to give a quick add-on for the section which already our fellows have actually completed, right? Rizwan and Noel. So just wanted to give a glance, and before that, I just wanted to give a clarity between the free version and the purchase version of Microsoft 365 Copilot. Okay. Now, the same question someone has asked in the chat window: what exactly is the difference between Microsoft Copilot and Microsoft 365 Copilot, right? So Microsoft Copilot is for every user, whoever has a Microsoft account like Outlook, Hotmail, or Live.com, like a general users, what we call. For them, by default, Microsoft gives Copilot as an option, part of your PC ecosystem. Means on your Windows 11. So this is the icon which you see on my taskbar, right? This is where you can start experiencing the AI features built in. And the second one is basically on the Edge browser, what you see on the right side top, right? These are two things. And in case customer wants or individual wants to use this capability built in like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or Outlook, or Teams, whatever Ridwan has showed the demo, right? For that, individual has to purchase an add-on license, which is called Microsoft 365 Copilot, and which can be purchased by individuals for their family usage or for individual purpose or for even a business as well. That is basically the difference. Okay. And quickly, if you see here, I have 4 different logins, right? So now this one is what I'm using is a TechReady, which is my company Copilot license. What you see here is work and web, right? So when I use work, it identifies the information from my Microsoft 365, OneDrive or Outlook or Teams and refer the information on the first level. When I use web, it picks up the information from internet and makes answers for us based on our prompts. Okay, that's the major difference. And basically, when you are working for your official purpose requirements, if you have a Microsoft 365, if you add a Copilot license on it, it works entirely an automated model within the multiple applications. Okay, and the other important thing, as I was explaining, right? It's very simple. So Microsoft 365 for Copilot works in this top 5 apps, and there are more as well what you get based on different subscriptions. Okay. Now, technically, we all know Microsoft Copilot is something not new for us. It's almost like 15 to 16 months from the time Microsoft has announced, and various customers are using different scenarios. That is very important, right? Now, when they initially started, this was the top 6 areas which they thought how it can be empowered for the individual companies to use for a sales organization requirements, how the AI can be helpful for a software developers, how AI knowledge can be helpful for the workers within the organization, what kind of services can be done for a customer experience, right? How does AI can be helpful for a security strengthening operation requirements? These were the top few scenarios which Microsoft thought of, right? Now that's where I just wanted to jump in. Already, Ridwan has given certain inputs on agents, right? So basically, that is something a new add-on for Microsoft 365 Copilot. What exactly is the agent? Let me just give a small quick video before I show you a live demo. Yeah.
Copilot agents can supercharge every business process and build capacity for every individual and team. scaling your impact like never before. Now, with Agent Builder and BizChat, we're bringing the power of agents to you, right in the flow of your work. And we made them incredibly easy to create. Say you want to build an agent for field service technicians, and you want this agent to have access to all your product knowledge and be able to give you step-by-step instructions in real time. You open Agent Builder and describe that you want it to be able to reason over your product catalog and repair tickets. It's built in seconds and ready to use. You can edit and configure it, expand its knowledge base by tapping into resources like SharePoint sites or other IT-approved data sources. You can even update its name or image to align with your company's branding. You can now test the agent or hit create and you're done. And of course, the agent respects your organization's Microsoft 365 and SharePoint security permissions. Now your Copilot agent is ready in BizChat and you can share it with your team.
So it looks
Copilot-
technical, right? So what actually the flexibility is, when we are purchasing a Microsoft 365 Copilot for certain licenses like a standard or a premium, Microsoft gives a technology called Copilot Studio. Okay. By using that, the demo what we see, the agent creation is, right? So basically, when you have a certain references within the organization, and if someone wants to refer that and make their productivity smoother and speeder and automated, that's where Copilot agent comes into the picture, right? So to develop that earlier, before the Copilot, if someone wants to develop a chatbot, if someone wants to develop a tool for an responsiveness, right? It used to take like at least of 3 months to 5 months. Now with this Copilot Studio on the agent, it can be done like within few minutes. Okay. So for that, what we have done is I just took one scenario because recently I have been working for one of a customer in Bangalore. They are basically a legal advising firm. So they majorly help for an organizations, the best of MNCs in the India. So they work as a legal advisors to their customers. And one of the CEO of that legal entity customer, he is interested to evaluate how AI can be helpful for their internal purpose, because this organization is not something new, right? It's almost like 15 plus years. How can the knowledge what an individual company has done in last so many years can be used with AI to make the new employees easy, how they can able to refer the guidance. That's where this contract scenario is also one thing we selected, and we saw a legal subject as well. Okay. Now, what I did is, because I'm not very good at technology of a development, I took a help from this gentleman called Harsha. He's also there on the call, right? I gave him a Copilot Studio access, and I asked him to create agents for myself to test the risk analysis on the legal, right? That is where I could able to show you guys now, right? So now earlier already Ridwan has showed on the Teams how it works, all this stuff, right? Now technically, what Harsha has created for me is he has created a multiple agents. For example, I want to understand a contract risk. Okay, so I'm just opening it here. This is an agent which he has built. It becomes like a virtual assistant for me. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to analyze the reference document and understand that is it visible? Should I zoom it a little bit? Is this good? Ridwan or Noel? Okay. So I'm taking this as a reference. Okay. So this is one of lease deed which has been created as a rental agreement. Okay. So as of now, it is still not allowing to attach the documents. What I did is I did a copy paste. I did a copy paste of that text. What I'm trying to do is I'm just copying. This is basically a simple prompt kind of. I'm just copying the entire deed and asking agent to analyze the risk. Okay. So I'm just pasting this. I'm asking it to analyze the risks by this agent. Let me just ping. So it will take max of 30 seconds to 1 minute to just analyze the entire draft which has been given. This is one scenario in the legal which we are trying to explore how it works, right? Okay. So now what is the response I got it from this is, so risk of the lesser landlord, non-payment of the rent. The tenant may fail to pay on the rent and financial losses. This is the reference which is giving to me. Basically, it is analyzing certain scenarios. So now let me take one more subject. So as a continuation, because it's like a continuation of a chat, right? I'm just copying it and I'm asking it to analyze this entire contract. The same way we try to build a help desk agent. So this is something in most of organizations individuals prefers to have, right? So majority nowadays, a lot of actions internally, whatever we set up, right? It requires a guidance. How do they manage it, right? So this is the understanding of this contract. Okay, what could be the obligations? Okay, on the ground rent, on the taxes and other charges, all this stuff, and what all the responsibilities as a lessee, okay, on the payment stuff, and potential risk from the lessee on managing the financial services or maintenance cost, legal and compliances. Okay. The same way, we explored one more agent, especially called tech ready support. It is like a help desk, what you see here, right? Now, there are two things here, right? One, when we are creating an agent, we can able to give a reference of a data that for which kind of a question, what has to be answered. If we does not have certain information feed it to the agent, it will go to internet and find the information. Okay. Now to make it easy for you all, and because this is something which I am trying to showcase on a, which is pre-trained. Okay. So I'm saying, hi, tech ready support. I'm experiencing slow performance on my computer. Example, right? Now, agent will look out for the information which we have already fed. We have already given a responses or a pre-defined answers based on organization. They can able to give an answer saying that what kind of a tools you need to use, how do you test it, all this kind of a scenario. If that reference is not part of the agent, it will go to internet and find out the answers. Okay. So now it say, here are the steps to solve performances on your computer. So this, if you see, this is a AI generated content, may be incorrect. Obviously, it is checking from the internet and the references, right? This is different subject of scenarios which is given, right? This kind of agents can be published based on every customer need. Okay. So I would like to just ask quickly, Harsha. Harsha, what are the new things you are exploring, Harsha, at present on the agent stuff? You there?
Yes, currently there are two new agents I'm trying to work on.
Okay.
One is a contract assist. What it does is, generally every firm will have, there are different ways, like based on the government, based on the region, there are different ways you draft a contract
Yeah.
for different contract. So what I'm doing is like this agent, you feed it what is the type of contract which the firm or the legal people are trying to make, what they follow.
Okay.
And what you do is you give them a scenario saying if it is a lease agreement or a non-disclosure agreement, they would
Mhm.
say the party A. Party A would be me, have a NDA, non-disclosure agreement with party B. So give me a agreement drafted based on this details. So it will give you whatever you have given based on the knowledge source. There's a concept of knowledge source in Copilot Studio where
Okay.
you'll give either SharePoint sites or any Word document or a PDF document.
Okay.
And
Would
based
you
on the
able to
knowledge
show?
provided in this,
Yeah. Can
yes,
you able to quickly show us how this setup can be seen? We have
yeah,
video access right now.
yeah.
Quickly share the screen. I know we are just closing time on
Um,
your schedule.
can you,
Yeah.
is my screen visible?
We can see the screen.
Okay, just, yeah.
So this is
Okay,
basically
so these
Copilot.
are, this is the Copilot Studio dashboard. So these are all the agents which I have created recently, and this is the contract assist agent where uh, you give it a scenario and it gives you the template of the for the agreement.
Okay.
And here there is a concept of knowledge base. So I have given it a format. So this is the document which I have given it. So it
Okay.
takes this document as the reference and
Okay.
gives the template or any details. So if I ask, give me template for NDA. It'll
So
take some time, but it goes through the legal the knowledge which we have provided, and it will give you the contract.
awesome. And here is the flexibility, right? So when you see the knowledge section, which is showcasing the document, there is an option even to allow individual company to get the information from internet through an AI as well. So the right side one, what you see, there is a response which is added to every prompt based on even internet. And first reference would be the documents or a knowledge base which we are sharing to it. Can you just show this exact answer on the on your knowledge base as well, Harsha, if you have?
Yes. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is the non-NDA agreement which I have given.
Okay. This is basically the reference knowledge base what you have published, right?
Yeah.
Look at the scenario, right? So if we have a multiple SharePoints, if we have a different databases within the organization, we can connect that also as a reference knowledge base so that an individual who is working on the repetitive task or reference to the multipliers, they can able to use the agents seamlessly, right? And for this, one important is Microsoft 365 Copilot license. Copilot for Microsoft 365 for a standard or a business premium is a minimum, and the enterprise SKUs also they can add. And now, once this is created, here itself, he has an option to test this tool, test this entire agent before he publish for individuals. So what I have shown is basically what he has published to my teams. I can access on my teams, I can access in multiple applications to get the responses and references from the Copilot agent, right? Before he publish, he can able to test it out directly on this, right? So there is no special development tool or scripting required. This is all something automated based on the Copilot AI capacity, right? Yeah, go ahead, Harsha, you're saying something.
Yeah, sure. So there are different channels. So here you can publish it all in all this as we have been seeing. It depends on the authorization. Like for what access do you give? If you give general access, you can even publish it to a demo website or web application or your own website. But if you give a restricted access, so it'll only be accessed by your organization or the people whom you have given access to.
Okay. So it's
And
a
the
bit
creation is also as simple as it. You can just click on create new agent, and it's as simple as you speaking. I mean, generally chatting in a chatbot, like how we speak and communicate with ChatGPT or Copilot. You do the same here. Just give the basic requirement in a single sentence. It will give you the instructions based right side, what it understood. If if anything else is required, you can change, ask it to change that thing.
awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Harsha. So
Thank you,
I
Mani.
think we are on time. We should not disturb much of the schedule. Appreciate your time, guys. Now back to you, Ridwan and Noel.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Amar.
Very good.
Yeah. I believe it's a good turnout today. A lot of people join in. I hope it's not too heavy. So please join us. We also have a TTT AI is fun. I will share in the chat. We will have similar session on Copilot. 2 weeks from now, we have our YouTube channel. Whatever that we present, even the previous sessions that we have since last year. So we have them published in our YouTube. Please do support us. You can actually learn a lot from basics until to the other scenario that you're able to do. Now you can see we have the Copilot agent. Yes, Amma.
Quickly wanted to tell for the next week, hopefully Harsha will showcase the demo, what he has created, like a simple GPT by himself for by using a government website, okay, to get the information on the new journals or something related to the publishing, okay. Harsha, you remember you were showing me your chat, your GPT is, topic scenario, what you have showed. If possible,
Yes, sir.
next week, just show it to audience. that section is mainly focused on AI. So how AI is just transforming the individuals with the different technologies, right? So maybe Harsha will just participate in the next week's session also. It will be more interesting. I was excited when I saw the result, and he took almost 500 line of a code items to develop his his GPT. My bad, right? So let's see. Let's explore in the next session. Ridwan and Noel.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we will end now. See you guys in the next session. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Good night.
Good night.